when did you get, because you have implants, correct?
Yes, I was
Okay.
always busty though.
Okay, so
my nickname in 7th grade was LT and don't squeeze the Charmin. LT, large tits, large tits.
okay, wow, nice.
Yeah, they're refills though, because
Okay, okay.
yeah.
So and how big are they?
I believe they're 34 double D.
Okay, and CC count if they're, or do you not?
Don't remember.
Don't know?
I mean,
Okay.
they actually probably should be replaced. They're a little wonky, but like I just don't even want to go under the knife.
Really?
Not for that. Not right now. Like
Okay.
they're still they're this
good?
one's a little higher, and so be it. Everyone who knows me knows.
Yeah.
But for now, I just like there's no scars or anything.
Yeah, and that's
they were
nice.
the gummy bears, right? I was in a case study, so like I got the original gummy bears, and this one's like perfect.
Okay. And when did you get them?
2006, I believe. So I'm way overdue.
No, I'm just saying. But they're almost 20 years old, so it's like they're still pretty good, right?
Yeah, and the thing is you can't deflate them and roll them and take them out.
Yeah,
You would have to cut me open and pull them out, and I'm like,
yeah. And are they saline or silicone?
There's gummy bear silicone, they're gummy bear texture. If you were to cut the shell, it can't go anywhere because it's gummy bear.
Okay.
Silicone.
All
yeah.
right. And like what? And so when you got them originally, what was it that? Because you weren't in the industry yet, so what was it that you
was
wanted?
A refill.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a refill. I had empty shopping bags, as
Dr.
Gowan told me. He did a friend of mine. He's very famous, and when the time came, and I was like crying over because I was originally big, so when they deflated from regular stuff that young women, it was like. I was just so unhappy. I was so unhappy, and I wouldn't even take my bra off for sex because I felt like I was like, I had teats, and so they just got refilled.
And then, and when you saw them, like after they were refilled, was it just a great feeling?
I was like, oh my gosh, finally they're back. Yeah, and I was so thrilled, and I just shouldn't have started jogging. That's when this one started.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they were perfect. And the guy who did it was a reconstructive hand surgeon.
Okay,
so there's like no scar.
Yeah. So how close in size were they after the refill from what you originally were? Were they pretty close, or were they still like a little bigger?
No. I mean, he said, I can kind of give you an approximate. Do you want to go slightly less or slightly bigger? And I said, look, just fill them up. So I knew I was going to be a D because by the time I hit 8th grade, I was a D. But an implant D and a real mammary gland D, they are two different kinds of shapes.
Yes.
And another thing I love is you don't have to wear a bra. I hate bras. And they're actually bad for women. They found out. Yeah, they're proving that because you're cutting off the lymph flow here, that a lot of women, that they're linking it to breast cancer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can just hop around with these things. Don't need a bra. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about that. And also because...
they look good in a bikini.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah. That's.
Yeah. Babies love me.
Yeah.
Babies are always like,
yeah. Right.
And I love babies.
More hunger maybe on that end.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a primal instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say your favorite thing about having, huge boobs have been?
I think they've just always been a part of me. Look, I was a gym rat back in the day, and when they deflated, I still had like 6-pack abs, like a better body than I do now. But it was such a part of my identity because that was part of my womanhood. And when they came back, I just felt comfortable in my body. I'm not out and about like this. I'm here like this for you. But like when I go out, I cover up. If I'm at the beach, I wear a cute bikini. Jogging has always been kind of an issue. Yeah. Because but I just like them. They're fun bags.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They're called fun for a reason.
Yeah, they are.
The most fun body part in my mind.
Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that because, now we live in the day of the butt. And,
part of me feels like that might be a phase, but
it always everything cycles.
So, but the thing about boob fans is that we stay boob fans.
Yeah.
Like I've been a boob fan for, over 25 years now. And it's just like, you never get tired of them. You never stop appreciating them.
I feel very womanly. They
Mhm.
make me feel womanly,
Yeah. Would you say that from a fan standpoint, they're your most popular body part with fans?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think there's another one that I'm sitting on. There might be. but I,
Mhm.
I definitely get a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm grateful for that.
Mhm. Well, and because and the size you're at now, so you never had the desire to want to go bigger than you are now.
No, I got pushed a few times by people, but as I told you earlier, if you push me, it ain't gonna happen. Plus, I was just like, why? That's such a big, it's a big surgery to do. And I've seen girls, and that's their own bodies, and like different things happen with different people. But I was in the strip club industry from 17 to 24. I saw girls go so big that they would just fall out.
Yeah.
And like, dude, if it ain't broke, why am I going to fix it? Plus, I like the jiggly, like, I love it.
Yeah.
The nipples aren't all the way up to here, but they're like, I don't know.
Well, because how big? I don't know how big Pumas are, but I mean, I think hers are a little bigger.
Hers are fantastic.
Yeah.
But she's this tall Finnish girl.
Yeah, I know. And
hers are like the size of my freaking, frying pan for bacon. Like, yeah, but they suit her.
Well, and that's what I'm saying though. That's because, it's interesting when I have different people on who, some they want to keep going bigger, and they just, for them going bigger
and
is what they want. Yeah. Whereas others, like you, where you're at a great size that you love, and you're good with it.
I absolutely am. But I love that people can do whatever it's your body, your choice.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I get the whole bimbo fetish and all of that stuff. Like, I'm not saying getting bigger and bigger boobs is bimbo necessarily, but I appreciate the fact that you can do what you want.
Yeah.
It's your body.
Well, and I think also like huge boobs and MILFs have always kind of really, I feel like, gone together.
Yeah.
Because, I remember when Brazzers first started in like 2004, I think, or 2004 or 5. And, my friend's Hot Mom site was like, it was like every model had, really big boobs.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until like every now and then, like you said, India Summer, where she'd be on it as with smaller boobs, but it seemed like MILFs and huge boobs always kind of go.
Yeah. I think India just had that magical something. I mean, she won MILF of the Year for 7 years in a row or something. She's a great actress. And I loved working with her back in the day when I got to work. We were paired a lot together. She was great. But I do wonder if I had come in when I had come in and I had the body of now, with the like little waist and the booty, but no bust, I might not be sitting here no matter what kind of crazy energy I've got.